8/80ths rule. Planning a date night, ensuring it's neither too brief nor too long. PMP guide. Think of it as a guidebook on relationships, offering widely accepted practices for successful dating. Abusive manner. Treating a date disrespectfully, causing discomfort or fear, akin to emotional manipulation. Acceptance. Accepting small quirks or flaws in a partner instead of trying to change them. Acceptance test-driven development, like setting relationship expectations up front and assessing compatibility before progressing further. Acknowledgement. When your date acknowledges your opinion but doesn't necessarily agree with it. Active listening. Paying full attention on a date, clarifying their statements, ensuring complete understanding. Active observation. Noticing how your date interacts in different settings and understanding their personality. Active problem solving. Addressing conflicts in a relationship by understanding underlying issues and seeking solutions. Activity list. Listing potential date activities based on shared interests. Activity network diagram. Planning a surprise date itinerary, showing the flow from dinner to a moonlit walk. Actual cost. Tracking the actual expenses of a dating phase, like dinners, gifts, and outings. Adaptive life cycle. Adapting your dating approach based on previous experiences and feedback. Adjourning. When a relationship naturally concludes and both parties move on. Affinity diagram. Grouping shared interests in a relationship for better understanding and planning activities. Affinity estimating. Comparing potential dates based on interests and qualities to find the best match. Agile charter. Establishing a flexible and understanding agreement in a new relationship. Agile manifesto. Prioritizing open communication, adaptability, and mutual respect in a relationship. Agile project management. Navigating a relationship with flexibility, making adjustments based on mutual feelings. Agile risk. The chance of unforeseen issues affecting the relationship, like sudden changes in life circumstances. Alternative analysis. Exploring different ways to celebrate an anniversary, considering preferences and budget. Alternative dispute resolution. Settling disagreements in a relationship through mutual dialogue or counseling. Alternatives generation. Considering various ways to resolve a disagreement in a relationship. Ambiguity risks. Uncertainty in a relationship, like unclear communication or undefined relationship status. Analogous estimating. Using past dating experiences to estimate how a current date might go. Application areas. Specializing in areas like online dating, speed dating, or traditional dating methods. Assumptions log. Keeping track of initial assumptions about a partner and revisiting them as the relationship evolves. Atwood's duck. Introducing a less significant issue in a relationship to divert attention from a more serious one. Autocratic. One person making all decisions in a relationship without considering their partner's views. Avoidance. Steering clear of topics or situations that might cause conflict in a relationship. Avoiding power. Choosing not to engage in trivial arguments in a relationship. Balanced matrix structure. Sharing decision-making power equally in a relationship. Behavior-driven development. Understanding a partner's needs and behaviors to foster a harmonious relationship. Benchmarking. Comparing the health of your relationship to general relationship standards or goals. Benefit-cost ratio models. Evaluating whether the emotional investment in a relationship is worth the effort. Bicycle shedding. Focusing too much on minor details like where to eat out, ignoring more significant relationship issues. Bid. Proposing a date idea to someone you're interested in. Bidder conference. Discussing with friends or a dating coach about strategies for successful dating. Bottom-up estimating. Calculating the potential success of a relationship by analyzing each individual interaction. Brainwriting. Jotting down what you seek in a relationship before discussing it with a partner. Brain netting. Collaboratively brainstorming date ideas over a chat or virtual meeting. Brainstorming. Considering all possible traits for an ideal partner without immediate judgment. Budget estimate. Setting an approximate budget for a first date, with the flexibility of spending a bit more or less. Burn-down chart. Tracking the dwindling list of potential partners as you go on more dates. Burn-up chart. Marking off the qualities you find in a partner, showing progress in finding the right match. Business risks. Deciding whether to ask a coworker out, which could positively or negatively impact your work environment. Business value. Assessing a relationship's value in terms of emotional support or shared life goals. Cardinal scales. Rating potential dates based on likelihood of compatibility and potential impact on your life. Cause and effect diagrams. Analyzing why past relationships fail to improve future dating strategies. Caves and commons. Having both private moments and social outings with your partner for a balanced relationship. Change control board. Consulting friends or counselors before making major relationship decisions. Change control system. A personal system for evaluating and adapting to changes in a relationship. Change log. Keeping a journal of significant changes and milestones in your relationship. Change management plan. Having a strategy for dealing with potential changes in a relationship, like moving to a new city. Charismatic leadership. Using personal charm and enthusiasm to propose an adventurous date. Checklist. A list of steps to prepare for a date, like making reservations, choosing an outfit, and confirming the time. Choice of media. Deciding whether to text, call, or email for asking someone out based on their preferences. Claims, disputes in a relationship about misunderstandings or broken promises. Closure processes. The phase of concluding a relationship, including reflection and learning from the experience. Code of accounts. Organizing potential dates or relationships in a systematic, numbered manner. Communication assumptions. Assuming your partner prefers texting over calls without confirming it. Communication barrier. Factors like language differences or shyness that hinder effective communication in dating. Communication channels formula. Calculating the potential number of communication lines in a large family or group of friends. Communication constraints, like long-distance relationships, where time zones and internet access limit communication. Communications management plan. Setting clear rules and schedules for communication in a relationship, like weekly date nights and daily texts. Competency. Assessing whether you have the emotional intelligence and communication skills needed for a healthy relationship. Compromising. Both partners conceding on movie choices, resulting in neither watching their first choice. Configuration identification, like labeling relationship milestones and methods for resolving disputes. Configuration management plan. A plan for how changes, like moving in together, will be handled in the relationship. Configuration management system. A system for managing and validating changes, akin to discussing and agreeing on relationship adjustments. Configuration status accounting. Keeping track of relationship changes, like moving from casual dating to exclusivity. Configuration verification and auditing. Regularly checking if relationship expectations align with actual experiences. Conflict of interest. A situation where a project manager dating a team member could impact professional decisions. Context diagram, mapping out how different aspects of your life, like friends, work, and hobbies, interact with your dating life. Contingency reserve, setting aside funds for unexpected date expenses, like a surprise concert. Contract, a formal agreement of exclusivity in a relationship. Contract change control system, a method for handling changes in relationship terms, like transitioning from dating to engagement. Contract closure, formally ending a relationship and acknowledging its completion. Contract statement of work, detailed description of expectations and commitments in a relationship. Control account, managing aspects like time spent together and shared expenses in a relationship. Control chart, monitoring the stability of a relationship through various indicators like communication frequency and quality. Control quality, regularly checking if your relationship meets both partners' standards and expectations. Control threshold, setting limits on acceptable behavior variations in a relationship. Cost aggregation, summing up total costs of dates, trips, and gifts in a relationship. Cost baseline, projecting expected costs in a relationship over time, like date nights and vacations. Cost budgeting, allocating a budget for different relationship activities and events. Cost change control system, assessing how changes, like a partner losing a job, impact the relationship's finances. Cost management plan, planning and managing financial aspects in a relationship, like shared expenses and savings goals. Cost of conformance to quality, investing in a relationship, like date nights and vacations, to maintain a high-quality partnership. Cost of non-conformance to quality, the costs incurred from neglecting relationship needs, like counseling fees after conflicts. Cost of poor quality, consequences of neglecting relationship maintenance, leading to issues and dissatisfaction. Cost of quality, investing in maintaining a healthy, happy relationship, such as regular date nights and meaningful gifts. Cost performance index, measuring how financially efficient your relationship is. Cost plus award fee contract, an arrangement where one partner pays for dates, plus an additional reward for special occasions. Cost plus fixed fee contract, a relationship agreement where one partner covers all date costs, plus a fixed amount for extra expenses. Cost plus incentive fee, a relationship dynamic where one partner pays for dates and gives bonuses for special occasions. Cost plus percentage of costs, a dating arrangement where one partner pays all costs, plus a percentage of additional expenses. Cost variance, the difference between the expected and actual cost of relationship activities. Cost benefits analysis, weighing the financial investment in a relationship against the emotional and personal benefits. Crashing, accelerating a relationship timeline by investing more time and effort. Critical path, the essential stages a relationship must go through without delay for it to be successful. Cross-functional teams, a couple bringing together diverse skills and experiences to enrich their relationship. Crystal, adapting relationship management strategies based on the level of commitment and the size of challenges faced. Crystal clear, a simple, straightforward approach for managing small-scale relationships. Crystal orange, managing medium-sized relationship challenges and decisions. Crystal red, tackling large relationship challenges and dynamics. Crystal yellow, an approach for managing moderately complex relationships. Cultural and social environment, how cultural backgrounds and social contexts impact a relationship. Cultural norms, the impact of each partner's upbringing and societal norms on relationship dynamics. Cumulative flow diagram, visual representation of the phases a relationship has gone through over time. Cycle time, the total time spent from initiating a romantic gesture to its completion. Daily scrum, a daily check-in with your partner to discuss feelings, plans, and any issues. Daily scrum duration, keeping daily relationship check-ins concise, ideally under 15 minutes. Data precision, ensuring the accuracy and reliability of what you know and assume about your partner. Decision tree, using a method to decide between multiple relationship decisions based on their potential outcomes. Decoder, understanding and interpreting your partner's messages correctly. Early finish, planning to conclude a date night earlier if it's going exceptionally well. Early start, scheduling a morning date, like a sunrise hike, as the early start to the day. Earned value, assessing how well a date went compared to the effort and resources put into planning it. Effective listening, paying attention to your partner's body language and tone during a conversation, ensuring deeper understanding. Deeper understanding. Emergent leadership. In a relationship, one partner naturally taking the lead on planning trips or solving issues as they arise. Encoder. Comparing to how you carefully choose your words and tone when sending a romantic message. Enhancing. Boosting the likelihood of a positive outcome, like planning a surprise to increase the chances of a memorable date. Enterprise environmental factors. External factors like social norms or family expectations that can influence dating behaviors. Escalating. Seeking advice from a relationship counselor when issues are beyond what the couple can handle alone. Estimate at completion. Predicting the total effort or investment a relationship might require based on its current trajectory. Estimate to complete. Calculating the effort or resources needed to reach a certain milestone in a relationship, like an anniversary. Expected monetary value, quantifying the potential benefits or costs of a decision in a relationship, like moving in together. Expert power, when one partner's extensive experience in relationships guides decision-making. Explicit knowledge, easily shared relationship knowledge, like personal preferences or schedules. Exploit, utilizing opportunities in a relationship to enhance positive experiences, like a shared interest in travel. Exploratory testing, trying out new activities or experiences in a relationship without a set plan. External dependencies, relying on factors outside your control in a relationship, like a partner's work schedule. External QA, seeking external validation or advice about your relationship from friends or family. External risks, risks impacting a relationship from external sources, like changes in social situations or career moves. Extreme programming, taking an agile and collaborative approach to relationship growth and problem solving. Fast tracking, accelerating the relationship's progress by moving quickly through traditional dating phases. FDD, chief architect, in a relationship, the partner who designs major plans, like vacations or life changes. FDD, chief programmer, assists in planning and leads in executing smaller relationship tasks or events. FDD, class owner, focuses on specific aspects of relationship maintenance, like planning date nights or managing finances. FDD development manager, oversees daily relationship dynamics and offers guidance. FDD domain expert, a partner with deep understanding of each other's needs, akin to a product owner in Scrum. FDD project manager, manages overall direction and health of the relationship. Feature-driven development, structured approach in a relationship, focusing on specific features or goals. Feedback, ensuring clarity in communication within a relationship, asking for and giving feedback. Fibonacci sequence, used to estimate the significance of issues or decisions in a relationship. Finish to finish, a relationship scenario where one partner's action needs to finish before the others can. Finish to start, planning sequential activities in a relationship, like finishing dinner before starting a movie. Fishbowl windows, using video calls to stay connected in a long-distance relationship. 5 levels of conflict, different stages of disagreements in a relationship, ranging from minor disputes to major arguments. 5 whys, digging deeper into issues in a relationship by repeatedly asking why to understand the root cause. Fixed costs, costs in a relationship that remain constant, like a monthly date night budget. Fixed price contracts, agreeing on a set plan or arrangement in a relationship, like a weekly date night. Fixed price incentive fee, setting relationship goals with rewards for achieving them, like a special outing for anniversaries. Fixed price with economic price adjustments, adjusting relationship plans or budgets for changes in circumstances, like inflation. Flowchart, mapping out the sequence of major events or decisions in a relationship. Focus groups, gathering friends or family to discuss and give feedback on relationship matters. Follow the sun approach, managing a long-distance relationship across different time zones. Force majeure, uncontrollable events like natural disasters affecting plans in a relationship. Forming, the initial phase of a relationship where partners are getting to know each other. Fragment, a specific part of a relationship, like planning a vacation, treated as a separate project. Free float, the flexibility in a relationship to delay certain activities without affecting overall plans. Functional analysis, examining how different aspects of a relationship work together to achieve mutual goals. Functional structure, a relationship where each partner has distinct, separate roles or responsibilities. Funding limit, setting a budget limit for expenses in a relationship. Funding limit reconciliation, balancing relationship expenses with actual budget. Future value, calculating the future potential of a relationship's investment, like saving together for a home. General management skills, applying various skills like communication, empathy, and organization to manage a relationship effectively. Governance framework, setting rules and norms that govern the conduct and decisions within a relationship. Green zones and red zones, identifying positive and negative behaviors or traits in a relationship. Guilt-based power, influencing a partner's decisions or actions in a relationship through guilt. Halo effect, forming an overall impression of a partner based on one prominent trait or experience. Hard logic, following a mandatory sequence in relationship milestones, like dating exclusively before engagement. Herzberg's theory of motivation, understanding what motivates and satisfies each partner in a relationship. Hierarchical organizational chart, visualizing the structure of a family or relationship hierarchy. Hybrid life cycle, combining traditional and modern relationship elements, like conventional dating and online interactions. Hybrid projects, mixing traditional relationship norms with modern dating practices. Hybrid structure, a relationship that balances traditional roles with flexible, modern dynamics. Increment, achieving milestones in a relationship, like anniversaries or moving in together. Incremental life cycle, gradually building a relationship over time through various stages or events. Independent estimates, seeking external opinions or counseling to gauge the health or direction of a relationship. Indirect costs, shared costs in a relationship, like housing or utilities. Industrial work, tackling tangible, practical tasks in a relationship, like home improvement projects. Influence diagram, mapping out how different factors, like family or career, influence relationship decisions. Influence impact grid, assessing how different aspects of life, like work or hobbies, impact the relationship. Information presentation tools, using tools like shared calendars or apps to manage relationship events and activities. Information radiator, sharing key relationship information openly, like a shared vision or goals. Information retrieval system, organizing and accessing important relationship documents, like shared memories or plans. Informational power, holding key information in a relationship, like planning surprises or managing finances. Ingratiating power, using charm or compliments to influence a partner in a relationship. Integrated change control, managing and approving changes in a relationship, like moving to a new city together. Interactional leadership, balancing different leadership styles in a relationship based on the situation. Interactive communication, engaging in deep two-way conversations with a partner. Internal dependencies, dependencies within a relationship, like one partner finishing their work before both can enjoy a date night. Internal QA, ensuring the relationship meets internal expectations and standards. International and political environment, considering how cultural backgrounds and societal norms affect a relationship. Interpersonal skills, skills like empathy, communication, and conflict resolution essential for a healthy relationship. Interviews, having deep, one-on-one conversations with a partner to understand their needs and desires. Inverted iron triangle of project management, in relationships, having fixed commitment and effort while being flexible with relationship goals. Invest, ensuring that each aspect of the relationship is independent, negotiable, valuable, estimable, small, and testable. Invitation forbid, proposing a serious commitment in a relationship, like marriage, and waiting for the partner's response. Iron triangle of project management, balancing the elements of time, effort, and expectations in a relationship. I-shaped and T-shaped people. In relationships, one partner might have deep knowledge in one area, and the other might have broader, cross-functional skills. Ishikawa diagrams, analyzing the root causes of issues in a relationship using a cause and effect approach. ISO, adhering to high standards in a relationship, similar to maintaining ISO standards in business. Issue, a problem that's arisen in a relationship, like a misunderstanding or disagreement. Issue log, recording relationship issues along with how and when they were resolved. Iteration, a phase in a relationship focused on specific goals, like improving communication. Iterative life cycle, continuously improving and adapting in a relationship through various phases. Kaizen, making small, consistent improvements in a relationship for significant overall growth. Kanban, visualizing and managing relationship tasks and goals, like a shared to-do list. Kanban method, managing relationship goals and tasks in a flow, adjusting as needed. Key stakeholder, influential people in a relationship, like close family members or friends. Knowledge work, intellectual efforts in a relationship, like problem solving and planning. Known unknown, anticipating predictable uncertainties in a relationship, like potential disagreements. Lag time, intentionally delaying a conversation or decision in a relationship for a better outcome. Lagging metrics, assessing past actions and their outcomes in a relationship. Laissez-faire leadership, taking a relaxed approach in a relationship, allowing things to happen naturally. Late finish, the latest possible end time for an important conversation or relationship event. Late start, the latest possible start time for a relationship milestone, like moving in together. Law of triviality. Focusing on insignificant matters in a relationship while ignoring major issues. Lead time, the time taken from planning a special date to its actual occurrence. Leadership, guiding and inspiring your partner towards mutual relationship goals. Leading metrics, using indicators to predict how a relationship might progress in the future. Leading stakeholder status, people in a relationship who actively contribute to its success. Lean, streamlining relationship dynamics to focus on what truly matters. Lean product development, applying efficient, resource-saving strategies to develop and grow a relationship. Learning curve, getting better at understanding and responding to a partner's needs over time. Lessons learned, reflecting on what has worked well or not in a relationship for future improvement. Letter contract, an interim agreement in a relationship, like a promise made before a formal commitment. Letter of intent, expressing intention to enter into a serious commitment, like an engagement. Low priority risk watch list, keeping an eye on minor relationship concerns that could become significant. Low tech and high touch, favoring simple, direct methods of communication and interaction in a relationship. Majority, making decisions in a relationship based on what most partners agree on, make or buy decision, deciding whether to tackle a task together or outsource it, like home improvement projects. Management, utilizing skills and authority to maintain and administrate a relationship. Management reserve, setting aside extra time or resources for unexpected relationship events. Mandatory dependencies, essential steps in a relationship that must happen in a specific order. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, addressing basic to complex emotional needs within a relationship. Mathematical model, using logic and calculations to make decisions in a relationship. Matrix diagram, analyzing the strength and dynamics of various aspects of a relationship. McClellan's theory of needs, understanding if a partner is driven by achievement, affiliation, or power. McGregor's theory of X and Y, assessing whether a relationship is more self-driven or needs guidance. Media selection, choosing the best way to communicate in a relationship, like text, call, or face-to-face. Medium, the channel used to communicate in a relationship, like social media or letters. Meeting management, effectively planning and conducting important relationship discussions. Milestone, significant moments in a relationship, like anniversaries or major decisions. Milestone list, keeping track of important dates and events in a relationship. Mind mapping, creating a visual map of relationship goals, problems, and solutions. Mitigation, taking steps to reduce potential negative impacts on a relationship. Monte Carlo analysis, simulating different outcomes in a relationship based on various scenarios. Multi-criteria decision analysis, evaluating a partner based on multiple factors like emotional intelligence, shared interests, etc. Multi-divisional structure, managing different aspects of life while maintaining a relationship. Murder board, critically evaluating a major relationship decision for its strengths and weaknesses. Negative stakeholder status, people who oppose or negatively influence your relationship. Net present value, evaluating the long-term benefits of investments in a relationship. Neutral stakeholder status, people who are indifferent to your relationship's progress. Noise, distractions or misunderstandings that interfere with clear communication in a relationship. Nominal group technique, generating and prioritizing ideas or solutions in a relationship collectively. Project business case, justifying the reasons to pursue a relationship, like shared values or goals. Project calendars, planning important dates and events in a relationship. Project charter, making a mutual agreement that formalizes the start of a long-term relationship. Project constraint, limitations within a relationship, such as time, distance, or financial resources. Project cycle time, the total duration from the start to the end of a significant phase in a relationship. Project environment, the setting and circumstances where the relationship takes place. Project float, the amount of time a relationship plan can be delayed without affecting overall goals. Project life cycle, the phases a relationship goes through, from beginning to maturity. Project Management Institute, an analogy to an organization or community that supports relationship growth. Project Management Office, similar to a support system for managing the dynamics of a relationship. Project Management Plan, outlining strategies for managing and nurturing a relationship. Project Management Professional, comparable to being skilled and knowledgeable in managing relationship dynamics. Project Management Risks, potential issues that can arise in managing the different aspects of a relationship. Project Manager, in a relationship, a role akin to being the organizer or planner for couple activities. Project Network Diagram, visual representation of how different aspects of a relationship are interconnected. Project Objectives, mutual goals and desired outcomes in a relationship. Project Portfolio Management, balancing different areas of life while maintaining a healthy relationship. Project Presentations, sharing important updates or news with a partner in a clear and structured manner. Project Records, keeping track of significant communications and decisions in a relationship. Project Reports, regular updates about the state and progress of the relationship. Project Requirements, expectations and needs that both partners agree to fulfill in a relationship. Project Scope, the agreed upon boundaries and activities within a relationship. Project Scope Management Plan, a plan for how to handle changes and growth in a relationship. Project Variance, differences between what was expected and what has occurred in a relationship. Project-oriented structure, a relationship that is intensely focused on achieving specific mutual goals. Proposal, a serious offer or suggestion in a relationship, like a marriage proposal. Pull communication, choosing to access relationship information as needed, like checking shared calendars. Punitive or coercive power, using negative consequences to influence a partner's actions or decisions. Purchase order, an agreement for a major relationship commitment, like booking a trip together. Pure risks, risks in a relationship that only have negative outcomes, like external factors affecting relationship stability. Push communication, proactively sharing information or updates with a partner. Qualitative risk analysis, assessing the potential impact of issues or challenges in a relationship. Quality, the degree to which a relationship meets the emotional and physical needs of both partners. Quality assurance, ensuring that a relationship adheres to certain standards and values. Quality baseline, establishing standards for how both partners want to be treated in a relationship. Quality control, regularly checking to ensure that a relationship maintains its agreed upon standards. Quality management plan, a plan for maintaining and improving the quality of the relationship. Quality metrics, measurable indicators of how well the relationship is meeting its goals. Quality planning, planning how to achieve and maintain high standards in a relationship. Quantitative risk analysis, numerically evaluating the potential risks and their impact on a relationship. Quarterly cycle, evaluating and adjusting relationship goals and plans every 3 months. Quotation, An offer made in a relationship, like a suggestion for a vacation or a big purchase. RASI chart, determining who is responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed for various tasks or decisions in a relationship. RAG rating, using a red, amber, green scale to assess the status of different aspects of a relationship. Receiver, the partner who is receiving a message or communication. Red-green refactor, in a relationship, this could mean identifying problems, finding solutions. Refactoring, in a relationship, continuously improving communication styles and habits for better understanding. Referent power, influence in a relationship based on respect and admiration earned from past positive interactions. Refinement, regularly updating plans and goals in a relationship to reflect current needs and circumstances. Regression analysis, using past relationship patterns to predict future behaviors or outcomes. Release burndown, tracking the progress of joint goals or projects in a relationship over time. Request for proposal, asking for detailed plans or ideas, like vacation options, from a partner. Request for quote, asking a partner for an estimation of cost or effort for a planned activity or purchase. Requirements documentation, detailed listing of expectations and desires in a relationship. Requirements management plan, a plan for addressing and adapting to changes in relationship needs and expectations. Requirements traceability matrix, mapping out how each partner's needs and requests are being met in the relationship. Reserve analysis, analyzing the need for extra time or resources in a relationship for unforeseen circumstances. Residual risks, remaining small risks or issues in a relationship after dealing with major ones. Resistant stakeholder status, a person who is against the progression or nature of a relationship. Resource breakdown structure, organizing resources in a relationship by category, such as emotional, financial, or time resources. Resource calendars, calendars that show when each partner is available for relationship activities or commitments. Resource management plan, planning how to allocate and manage resources like time and finances in a relationship. Resource leveling heuristic, balancing the demands and contributions in a relationship to prevent overextension. Responsibility, defining each partner's role and tasks in various aspects of the relationship. Responsibility assignment matrix, outlining who is responsible for what tasks or aspects in the relationship. Return on investment, evaluating the benefits received from the effort and resources put into the relationship. Reward power, the ability to give positive incentives in a relationship for desirable actions or behaviors. Rewards and recognition system, implementing a system in a relationship to acknowledge and appreciate each other's efforts. Risk, potential events or situations that could impact the relationship positively or negatively. Risk identification, recognizing potential issues or challenges that could arise in a relationship. Risk management plan, creating a plan to address and manage potential risks in a relationship. Risk owners, each partner taking responsibility for managing certain risks in the relationship. Risk register, keeping a record of potential risks in the relationship and plans for addressing them. Risk report, providing an overview of potential challenges and their impact on the relationship. Risk response audit, reviewing and assessing how effectively risks are being managed in the relationship. Risk response plan, developing strategies for handling both positive and negative scenarios in the relationship. Risk responsibilities, allocating the responsibility of managing different risks between partners. Risk score, assessing the likelihood and impact of potential risks on the relationship. Risk-adjusted backlog, prioritizing relationship goals and tasks based on their associated risks. Risk-related contractual agreements, agreements in a relationship that address how to handle specific risks, like prenuptial agreements. Role, defining specific responsibilities and duties each partner holds in the relationship. Rolling wave planning, planning immediate relationship goals in detail while keeping future plans more open and adaptable. Root cause identification, investigating the underlying reasons behind issues or conflicts in the relationship. Rough order of magnitude, providing an initial, rough estimate of the effort or resources required for a relationship goal or project. Round robin, a method where each partner takes turns, sharing their ideas and feelings in a structured manner. Rule of 7. In a relationship, recognizing a pattern of 7 similar events or behaviors as a sign of an underlying issue. Rules of the project, establishing clear guidelines and expectations for how to navigate the relationship. Run chart, monitoring the progression of certain aspects in a relationship over time, like communication frequency or date nights. Scatter diagram, analyzing the correlation between two variables in a relationship, like time spent together and relationship satisfaction. Schedule baseline, establishing planned dates for significant events or milestones in a relationship. Schedule management plan, planning how to manage and allocate time for various activities and goals in the relationship. Schedule milestones, setting specific dates by which certain relationship goals or events should be completed. Schedule performance index, measuring the timeliness of achieving relationship goals against the planned schedule. Schedule variance, comparing the planned timeline of relationship milestones to the actual progress. Scope baseline, defining the agreed upon boundaries and goals of the relationship. Scope creep, gradual expansion of relationship goals or expectations beyond what was initially agreed upon. Scope validation, formally acknowledging and accepting the achievements and milestones in a relationship. Secondary risk, new challenges or issues that emerge as a result of addressing other risks in the relationship. Scoring models, using a set of criteria to evaluate decisions or plans in a relationship. Screening system, a method for assessing whether potential activities or plans align with relationship goals. Scrum, collaboratively managing relationship tasks in short, iterative cycles to adapt to changes and priorities. Scrum Master, a role in the relationship focused on facilitating communication, resolving issues, and ensuring goals are met. Scrum of Scrums, when involved in a large family or community project, representatives from each unit meet to discuss progress and coordination. Scrum Team, the partnership in a relationship, working together to achieve common goals. Secondary risks, new issues that arise as a result of handling a primary issue in the relationship. Self-awareness, being aware of one's emotions, strengths, and weaknesses in a relationship. Self-management, managing one's own emotions and behaviors constructively within the relationship. Seller rating systems, evaluating past experiences with external parties that have impacted the relationship, like therapists or counselors. Sender, the partner who initiates a communication or discussion in the relationship. Sender-receiver models, frameworks for understanding how communication is exchanged and interpreted in a relationship. Sensitivity analysis, assessing how different factors or changes might impact the relationship. Servant leadership, prioritizing the partner's needs and focusing on their growth and well-being in the relationship. 7 basic quality tools. Tools like open communication, mutual respect, and trust, used to maintain and improve relationship quality. Shared understanding, having a mutual understanding and agreement on the goals and methods of the relationship. Sharing, a strategy in a relationship to jointly enjoy the benefits of positive outcomes and experiences. Shuhari, progressing from following relationship norms to adapting them to transcending them. Single source, preferring a specific approach or solution in a relationship due to its proven effectiveness. Situational power, influence in a relationship that arises from specific situations or contexts. Smoothing, temporarily downplaying or minimizing conflicts in a relationship to maintain harmony. Social awareness, being empathetic and understanding the emotional dynamics within the relationship and its external environment. Social skills, skills like effective communication, conflict resolution, and collaborative problem solving in a relationship. Soft logic, flexibility in how activities or plans are approached in a relationship. Soul source, a unique element or aspect in a relationship that cannot be substituted or replicated. Sprint, a dedicated period in a relationship for focusing on specific goals or tasks. Sprint backlog, a list of tasks or goals that a couple plans to address during a specific time frame. Sprint planning duration, allocating a set amount of time to plan activities or discuss goals in a relationship. Sprint planning meeting, a session where partners come together to plan and prioritize their goals for the upcoming period. Sprint retrospective, reflecting on the past phase of the relationship to identify what worked well and what could be improved. Sprint review, assessing the progress and outcomes of the goals set during the sprint in a relationship. Stakeholder, anyone who is directly or indirectly impacted by the dynamics of the relationship. Stakeholder analysis, identifying and understanding the needs and influences of people who are important to the relationship. Stakeholder classification models, analyzing the influence and interest of external parties, like family and friends, on the relationship. Stakeholder engagement, actively involving important people in the relationship's decisions and developments. Stakeholder engagement plan, a strategy for involving and managing the expectations of those important to the relationship. Stakeholder identification, recognizing individuals who have an impact on or are impacted by the relationship. Stakeholder management, the process of managing the expectations and involvement of people important to the relationship. Technical debt, in a relationship, the accumulation of unresolved issues or neglect that eventually requires attention. Technical, quality, or performance risks, risks in a relationship related to external influences, expectations, or personal performance and commitments. TICOP, examining a relationship stability by considering technical, environmental, commercial, operational, and political factors. Template, using a proven approach or method from a past relationship experience for a current situation. Terms of reference, defining the obligations and expectations within a relationship, like ground rules or boundaries. 3 amigos, the involvement of different perspectives in decision-making within a relationship. 3 CS of user stories, in a relationship, creating shared goals or plans with clarity, conversation, and confirmation. 3-point estimate, estimating the effort or time for relationship activities using optimistic, realistic, and pessimistic scenarios. Time and materials contract, an agreement in a relationship where resources are allotted based on actual use. Time reporting system, keeping track of how time is spent in various aspects of a relationship. To complete performance index, calculating the likelihood of achieving relationship goals based on current efforts. Total float, the amount of delay in a relationship's plans that can be tolerated without affecting the overall timeline. Transactional leadership, focusing on specific outcomes or rewards in a relationship, like planning a vacation after reaching a milestone. Transference, shifting a challenge or responsibility in a relationship to a third party, like a counselor or mediator. Transformational leadership, inspiring and motivating each other to achieve mutual goals and grow in a relationship. Triple constraints of project management, balancing time, effort, and expectations within the relationship. Tree diagram, visualizing the different elements or stages in a relationship and their interconnections. Trend analysis, using past patterns in a relationship to predict future behaviors or outcomes. T-shirt sizing, assessing the scale or importance of issues or tasks in a relationship using simple categorization like small, medium, or large. Unanimity, making decisions in a relationship where both partners fully agree. Unaware stakeholder status, individuals who are impacted by a relationship but are unaware of its existence or dynamics. User story, creating scenarios in a relationship to understand each other's needs and how to fulfill them. Value analysis, evaluating the benefits of certain actions or behaviors in a relationship against their costs. Value engineering, balancing different aspects of a relationship to achieve satisfactory quality within available resources. Value stream, focusing on actions and processes in a relationship that add value from start to finish. Variability risks, potential changes in a relationship due to varying factors like work schedules or personal commitments. Variable costs, costs in a relationship that change based on different factors, like varying date-night budgets. Variance, the difference between what was planned or expected in a relationship and what actually occurred. Variance, at completion, estimating the difference between the expected and actual outcomes by the end of a relationship's project. Velocity, the rate at which goals or tasks are completed in a relationship. Virtual structure, utilizing digital tools and platforms for communication and coordination in a long-distance relationship. Vision statement, outlining the long-term goals and aspirations of the relationship. Visual signal, using visual cues or symbols to communicate status or needs in a relationship, like a shared calendar. Vroom's expectancy theory, behavior in a relationship is influenced by the expected outcome of actions. VUCA, analyzing the relationship's challenges in terms of volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. WBS dictionary, a detailed description of tasks, responsibilities, and expectations in a relationship. WBS template, a predefined framework used to structure and organize relationship goals or projects. Weak matrix structure, a relationship dynamic where one partner has less influence or authority than others. Weekly cycle, establishing a routine or weekly check-in to discuss and plan relationship activities. Weighting system, using a systematic approach to evaluate and prioritize decisions or choices in a relationship. Withdrawal, opting to step back or take a break from an argument or stressful situation in a relationship. Work breakdown structure, breaking down larger relationship goals into manageable tasks or phases. Work package, the smallest task or activity in a relationship that can be managed independently. Work performance data, gathering information about how efforts in a relationship are progressing. Work performance information, analyzing and using data to make informed decisions in a relationship. Work performance reports, regular updates and reports on the status and progress of relationship goals. Work in progress, ongoing tasks or issues in a relationship that are currently being addressed. XP coach, in a relationship, a role akin to a mentor or advisor who provides guidance and support. XP customer or product owner, the partner who represents mutual interests and prioritizes shared goals in the relationship. XP doomsayer, the role in a relationship that involves being aware of potential risks or issues and addressing them proactively. XP gold owner, the partner who is primarily responsible for the resources or funding in certain aspects of the relationship. XP manager, managing the overall direction and health of the relationship, including communication and planning. XP programmer, in a relationship, the partner who takes on the role of implementing plans or solving problems. XP tester, testing and evaluating solutions or strategies in a relationship to ensure they work as intended. XP tracker, keeping track of progress and ensuring that relationship goals are on track.